Hi all. Yeah, let's go again. Yeah, carrying on that thing about sharp or fuzzy. You know, I was speaking to my brother about some of these chess ideas and the evolution of chess style. My brother Nick. He's about 7 years older than me, by the way. Anyway, when I told him about sharp, you know, see, he had this idea actually that in such positions it's important to play, you know, very precisely. You can't follow a kind of stereotypical plan. You need to play with great precision. So it sort of contrasts with more fuzzy positions where you can sort of, in a way, you know, waffle along with whatever, because the position's fuzzy. It's not going to. You can apply more template kind of plans without concern. So the sharper the position, you know, the more the need for precision. So you can look at it as that kind of metaphor, and I found that fascinating because, you know, he doesn't really play chess that much, but you know, he had that fascinating metaphor. And I think, you know, just the Sunday before, you know, we have some chats, and the Sunday before, you know, I was talking to him about the evolution of chess in Philidor, and about, you know, pawns not going backwards in Philidor's the pawns are the soul of chess. And but basically, you know, he gave the analogy, you know, if it originated as a war game, it's like saying that the lower ranked men, you know, it's like they're not allowed to be indecisive. You know, once they move forward, they can't move backwards. But all the other pieces, you know, they are allowed to be, you know, indecisive. So that there was that kind of metaphor as well. But you know, this recent one about the sharp and fuzzy was very interesting because, you know, there's more of the room for, you know, strategic ideas. You know, the more you know, the less sharp the position, the more you can sort of be more you know, follow a standard template because of the fuzziness. So anyway, yeah, I better get into this position. So is Rook A4 an idea? I don't know. Otherwise, Rook A4. Yeah, I'll try Rook A4. Why not? What's that knight doing on B4 anyway? So if F4, I don't know, bishop. I can actually take on C6 here and bishop B6. Why not? It gives a square for the bishop. Also D5 looks kind of tasty. So yeah, well, I mean, this, you know, if I did say to that, you know, sometimes, you know, in sharp positions, you know, I do less well, and so, you know, there's less room for strategic thinking, and you know, I just find that it was fascinating, this idea that am I doing better in the more fuzzy positions, or, you know, waffly positions where you've got a choice of plans. Yeah. So do you do better in the sharp tactical positions or the more waffly positions? What positions do you prefer? And what positions at Blitz do you prefer? Because at Blitz there's hardly much time anyway. So H4 here. I don't really know what's going on here. Isn't knight D5? Doesn't knight D5 look really strong to play knight C7? And also, for some reason, yeah, I seem to be 2 minutes up on the clock nearly, and this guy's like 2200. So I don't know. Knight D5 just seems like a powerful move. I'll play it unless is there anything stronger? Do I need anything stronger? Knight D5 looks logical. So just threatening knight C7 check. Oh yeah, there was actually queen takes D6. Why didn't I just play queen takes D6? Oh, that's a bit of a shame, because now knight C7, there's king E7. What about bishop C7 though, and knight B6 and then queen D6, or even bishop takes D6 there? So what's going on here? Have I got a crushing position out of the opening for some reason? I wasn't really like paying attention much as well in the opening. So it's all good. It looks good. Okay. Win that exchange, or bishop takes D6. Maybe bishop takes D6 to stop castling for one more move, because then knight E7 just wins a whole piece. And if rook A8, then knight C7. Okay, so queen takes D5 here. Oh, there might be queen C1 mating if my knight wasn't on E2. So knight D4 would be a distraction. So maybe rook D4 and then bishop takes B8. to avoid queen c1 mate. That would be really embarrassing, because the queen is virtually not doing much else in the position apart from eyeing this diagonal. That would be really, really embarrassing. Okay, so at least he can't castle. Can I play h5 to try and block this diagonal? Was knight d4 going to come in now? So knight d4, rook d4, maybe e5. So knight d4. Is knight takes d4 disastrous? It's close to, because queen c1 is looking dangerous. So I think rook takes d4 is necessary, and then e5. Okay, so I want maybe f4 to just shut this queen out, this influence of this queen. If I can get a pawn for the exchange sack there. I mean, it's not really an exchange sack. It's king's, stuck in the centre here. Surely this is okay. So he's still provoking me though to sort of. I'm at g3 and f4. Knight takes d4. It's g4. That g3. It's able to play f4. That'll stop the queen having influence. Okay. Queen takes d4. Still can't castle. That's a good thing. Maybe it's worth playing, well, bishop g2 here. Does this look so clear as before? Probably not. If I play f4 though. Right. Now b3 to try and again close the queen's scope on this diagonal. Here I think I'm going to take that, because I think I'm going to win that d5 pawn. It looks so tempting. Alright, c3 first. Can I just try and win d5? This is not going to happen, is it? Oh dear. If I take on f8 and then rook d1, have I got compensation for the exchange? Well, the knight looks all powerful on d4 anyway. So can I actually lose this position? Is it actually possible to lose this position? e6 would seem to be almost winning the exchange straight back. What about just h6? Okay. Rook d3. Right, does the king belong on d2? Probably. Is he going to try and round up h6? Probably. He's only got 30 seconds left, so I could have left that as a trap because of knight c6. It's a bit of a shame. Right, plan 1. I just want to play knight b3 and then win d5, let h6 go. Plan 2, maybe knight c5 to a6 if he protects. Or is anything better? I think that's pretty strong. Knight a6. 2 passed pawns. Okay. I think we're rolling now. a6. So if a7, I mean the rook's kind of trapped on c4, right? Well, it was trapped on c4, now it's undermining f4. Okay. But if he does that in knight e6, and if rook f2, then okay. So can I just play a8, or is it best to play rook d5, or knight e6? Knight e6, let's try that. Now rook d5. Now rook d8. Oh, I got lost position. I can't ever lost position. This is brilliant for the exchange. Surely knight f5 is now friend. Okay, let's win the rook. Win the rook. Why not? G8. Right. I don't need a check. I don't need a check. B5. Finally, another game, 3 in a row. So what happened in the opening there? I think I was like waffling on about something. I played a4. Then you have this sort of panic reaction to a4. This knight going to b4 is just, I don't know, it just seems a5 is good because the idea of rook a4 is just, if he has to play c5, it's dire because of d5, it's dire because of the diagonal. So I think I was positionally already better. Of course I missed just Queen D6, but maybe Knight D5 was objectively a good move, so I didn't want to get mated on C1 or something like that. So the exchange down, but this was, I think, a good exchange down and enough compensation, so yeah, I kind of enjoyed that game overall. Good stuff, I think. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks so much.